Inflation disruption 175. I did post in LinkedIn a couple of videos of Milton Friedman. In 1979, Kansas University explains that the only one providing inflation is the government by this machine that prints money. We have to burn this machine. Then the reason why they use this machine, governments, is because they spend more than revenue. Of course, in Spain, we have 50,000 public buildings worth 300 billion. Just sell them. Also, these are occupied by 50,000 security, administrator, managing directors, vice building manager, and then also the corruption side. Those that are always like in this building, refurnishing the building, and so on. These 50,000 public buildings, if we account also for these 1 trillion pieces of art, then how could we typify printing money? We don't need to print money, just sell those pieces of art worth 1 trillion, 300 billion, and so on. Every government has the same trick. They are making these excuses about war, petrol, about energy, about gas, about COVID. All excuses, good excuse to print money because they are the ones that get the papers. Yes, that is stealing. Milton Friedman did not find the word. I believe he was trying to say thieves. But we seem to allow governments to print money, spend more than revenue. Judges, yes, they did not study this in basics economics. It's very simple fact that in the future, if judges want to keep the wages, they will have to tackle this transparently. One day, probably, we will stop allowing governments to print money and to also spend more than revenue. A 5% income tax is perfect, so all the companies worldwide can compete. Meanwhile, there is 8 billion humans, out of which 6 are already poor, and the figure is going to 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 7 billion poor. Why? Because they are printing money and spending more. They are not going to share any costs of these file complaints or parliaments, whatever cost that you pay, I pay. And then this poverty will continue. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Like and subscribe. Bye.